All right, here we go. Welcome back. This is episode 5 of Ask NYYST, where I'm live on YouTube answering your Yankees questions. Got to get this out of the way right now. Unfortunately, there will be no new episode of the NYY Sports Talk podcast today. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get together to do it, so that's why I figured that right now would be a better time to do this episode as opposed to yesterday. Um, I'm looking for my phone. Excuse me for a second. Sorry. Because all the questions are right here. Anyway, um, yes, Yankee questions. So obviously, right now, sorry guys, I should be more prepared. I thought my phone was already out. Here we go. Let's bring him up here. First question: Brandon Drury and his future with the New York Yankees. Hallelujah, praise Drury, right? You listen to the NYY Sports Talk podcast, and you know that we're not the biggest fans of Brandon Drury. That's not entirely correct. It's the Drew crew that has ruined Brandon Drury for us. Now, what do I think his future is with the New York Yankees? It's hard to say. He got optioned down again this past week after the doubleheader on Monday. Apparently, he's not too happy about it, nor should he be. But again, I don't really feel sorry for the guy. I don't know if I expressed that on the pod or not. I don't particularly feel sorry for him in the fact that he's had to spend so much of his time this year in Scranton. As a person, yeah, it sucks what he went through with the migraines and the blurry vision and everything else. But, dude, you lied about it. Or maybe you didn't lie about it, you just didn't tell anybody about it. And now it gets fixed and you just think that you're entitled to a spot in the Major League roster. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that way. Honestly, I'm not because he was given the third base position out of spring training, and then it, all this stuff popped up, which was apparently going on for a few years now, and you know, now he's mad that he's in the minor leagues. I really think that push comes to shove, if somebody wants him in a trade, Cashman will trade him because obviously he's not happy with the organization and the way they've been treating him. Although really, it's on him. He could be a useful piece for this team, being a guy that can play 2 or 3 times a week, play multiple positions. But he can also be a guy that plays 130, 140 games for another team. So if somebody wants him, okay. See you later, Brandon Drury. Take the Drew crew with you. All right. Sonny Gray, can he pick it up in the second half? He better. I mean, last night was a step in the right direction. 6 shutout innings. He's pitched well against Baltimore before, and then he goes in the toilet. So, what are we getting from Sonny Gray in the second half of the season? I have absolutely no idea, and I don't think anybody does. Because I don't even think Sonny Gray knows what to expect of himself in the second half of the season. I was a big proponent of Sonny Gray in the offseason. I thought he was going to have a monster year. I didn't know monster like bad, like you are the guy running away from the monster. I thought he would be the monster. Um, even after this start last night, is he in the Yankees' rotation plans for the future? My co-host on the NYY Sports Talk podcast, Chris, doesn't seem to think so. That even their minds were made up before it started last night. I honestly don't know. He's got the stuff to do it. He just needs to do it. Hopefully, he builds off of last night. But how many times have we said this with Sonny Gray? Can he build off of a good start? Can he build off of 2 consecutive good starts? And then it just seems right back to being in the toilet. So I don't know. I can't honestly give a straight answer on what to expect from Sonny Gray in the second half of the season. I just can't do it because I don't know. Will the Red Sox slow down? Another one. I don't know. Let's look at the standings real quick. The Red Sox are currently 65 and 29. They're playing to a 691 winning percentage. The Yankees are 60 and 31, playing to a 659 winning percentage. So they're 2 games out in the loss column. So, and in their last 10, where the Yankees have lost like 4 games in the standings, or 3, I'm sorry, the Red Sox are 9 and 1, and the Yankees are 6 and 4. You shouldn't lose 3 games in the standings when you go 6 and 4. But the Red Sox they're just incredible this year, and I say this all the time. If the Yankees are going to win 6 games this season and finish in second place, I'm not going to get mad about it. It sucks, but I'm not going to get mad about it. They did everything they could possibly do. It's not their fault that the Red Sox had this incredible season. And yeah, I hope that they do. And they came back down. They finished. They started the season 17-2, and the Yankees were 9-9. And at that point, they were 7 games out of first place, and everybody thought the season was over at that point. And the Red Sox came back down, so the gap shrunk, and the Yankees were even in first place for a little bit. So, do I think that they can have a slump? Yeah, they should. I don't know if they can. They're on pace to win 111 games. Can they come back down to earth a little bit? Maybe, and I would hope that they would, because it'll be a long summer for the Yankees if they have no shot at catching the Red Sox. All right, we got another question here. Thoughts on Manny and pinstripes? Uh, he loves this guy Brandon here. He loves the Yankees young studs, but he can't see Didi not starting on the squad. I don't think at least this season and possibly also next season you have anything to worry about in terms of Didi Gregorius not being a Yankee. The Yankees are so right-handed heavy right now that they need Didi as a left-handed bat in the lineup, because if Bird, who's come on the last 2 days, he's had 8 RBIs in the last 2 games, him and Didi are the only left-handed pop you have in your lineup. And in Yankee Stadium, you need to have left-handed pop in your lineup. I'm sorry. That's just the way you should build the ball club. Now, thoughts on Manny and pinstripes. This is what we wanted to get into if we were going to have a pod today. And I'm going to do it in a lot quicker fashion because, like I said, I like to keep these videos under 15 minutes, and we're already halfway there. The Yankees do not need Manny Machado. Offense is the last thing this team needs to worry about. Now, the things that they struggle in, hitting when runners in scoring position, is Manny Machado going to make that much of a difference? He might. I mean, adding another guy to that level in your lineup, can't hurt. But should the Yankees trade big time commodities like Clint Frazier, Justice Sheffield, or Andujar to get him? No. I'm sorry, and everybody that brings up the Gleyber Torres deal, that the Yankees traded Chapman and got Torres back in a rental, okay, that's great. Brian Cashman went out and did that. That doesn't mean 2 years later he needs to turn around and go and do the same thing. And the Cubs needed a closer. The Yankees don't need Manny Machado. If the Yankees were struggling offensively, let's say they had the Mets lineup, but were somehow 60-31, right? Should they go out and trade Miguel Andujar and Justice Sheffield to get Manny Machado? Yes, but they're not. They're the Yankees. They have Giancarlo Stanton and Didi Gregorius and Aaron Judge and Aaron Hicks and Gary Sanchez and Gleyber Torres. They don't need to add Manny Machado to this lineup. If they can get Manny Machado on a steal of a deal, then yes, you go out and you do it. But you need to use these high quality chips that you have for starting pitching. And that's not to go out and get J. Happ or Cole Hamels. It's to throw them in front of the Mets and say, hey, Mets, look, you could have all this for Jacob deGrom. Or go to the San Francisco Giants and say, hey, look, you could have all this for Madison Bumgarner. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But that's what should happen. And if they don't, then you hold on to them and you look to improve the team in secondary ways. And by go getting Cole Hamels or J. Happ for lesser prospects. Or even if you want to go and get an elite reliever, I'd be okay with that. You need to improve this pitching staff in one way or the other, right? If you can't get starter, I would not have a problem with going and getting an elite reliever and creating a lockdown, shut down pen that is just ridiculous, that you can start trotting guys out in the fourth inning if you wanted to. And then you can only have to worry about getting 9 or 12 outs from your starting pitching, which in the postseason, I mean, if you're going to get Tanaka to go give you 4-5 shutout innings and then go right to a bullpen of Brad Hand, Chad Green, Dellin Betances, David Robertson, and, if somebody wants to dust off Tommy Kahnle and roll as Chapman, try beating that. Try, because you probably won't. And should the Yankees go get Manny Machado in the offseason? If you want to go spend the money, go ahead and do it. But you better trade Miguel Andujar and you better get me a top line starting pitcher if you're going to do that. That's what that is. I wish I had an answer. What are the parameters for insurance payout on Ellsbury's 2018 salary? He still thinks he's playing this year. Okay, so I don't think the Yankees are entitled to anything if he comes back. He maybe I don't know. I honestly, this is one area where I'm not an expert at is how you call it insurance on contracts. I think he has to miss the entire year. We got one here. Do I think there's any chance the Yankees get DeGrom or Thor? I think they have a better chance of getting Thor. I really do. And I say that because I don't think the Mets hold him in high regard as they do Jacob DeGrom for many reasons, especially one being that he's hurt right now and he seems to be more fragile than Jacob DeGrom. I'm sorry. I have more questions on a different thread, so I'm trying to look those up right now. I think that you can get DeGrom. No, I'm sorry. I think you can get Syndergaard at a cheaper deal than you can get DeGrom. I still think it's going to hurt to get Syndergaard. I think the Yankees should still do their due diligence to go get either. I think they should not even pay attention if the Mets want to trade them Mats or Wheeler. Maybe Mats. Mats I would take. I would take Mats if I could get a good deal on him. I maybe would even pay a little bit more to get Mats. So he throws, as a good lefty there. This is not for me. Um, do I think the Giants? This is back to Madison Bumgarner here. Do I think the Giants are far enough behind? They want to trade uh, Bum, Pence, and McCutcheon to get young outfielders in Sheffield. If you're asking if the Yankees should get Pence and McCutcheon, no. Sorry to come off so sarcastically like that, but no, they should not even entertain the idea of getting Pence or McCutcheon because they have enough outfielders. They have Stan, Judge, Hicks, Brett Gardner, and if somebody goes down, Clint Frazier. They have five quality outfielders. They don't need to add any more. Um, yeah, everybody wants Madison Bumgarner. He's the pie in the sky. As I said on the pod this past Sunday, as a Giant executive told somebody when asked about it, I'll answer that in a second. What was I saying? I lose my train of thought so easily. That's why I like the pop-up questions, but then I don't, because then I forget things. How do you call it? Oh, dude. Oh, Madison Bumgarner. The executive said if the Yankees think they're getting him, they're quote California dreaming. Okay, so I don't know. I would love to get him, and it would cost a lot, and I'd be willing to trade a lot to get him. But if you're asking me if they're far enough out, they're 3 games out of the Division 4 in the wild card. They probably think they're in it, and they should think they're in it. If you're 3 games out of a pennant race, uh, you should think that you're in it. Or why else are you play? Why else are you running a major league franchise? And the question that popped up was about Ellsbury. Will the Yankees DFA him like they did with, like the Red Sox did with Sandoval? I can't see it happening. I don't know, man. I don't know with this guy anymore. LOLsbury, as we call him. I don't know what his deal is. You definitely will not see him on this team until September, at the if at all. There's no room for him, and you cannot justify getting rid of anybody on the 25-man roster to put Jacoby Ellsbury on it. You can't. So yeah, maybe he gets healthy magically on September 1st, and he uses up as a September call up, but no. At the DFA part, I don't know if the Yankees. He's still got 2 years left on his deal. I don't know if the Yankees really are in the mood to eat that. I think they try again to see what they can do in the offseason. Right now, during the season, especially if he's injured, I don't think you can DFA anybody while they're on the disabled list. So, do I have any more questions? Because we're approaching 15 minutes here. Um, just a quick check. Nope, that's it. We answered everything. Thank you for watching episode 5 of Ask NYYST. I really want to start doing these on Twitter because I think we can get a much bigger following and viewership on Twitter, but I also like having them archived on. Will we ever know what the offer was for Machado? I don't know. It'll come out eventually. I heard that it definitely doesn't include, and this is from people that I respect in the business, not people with 12 followers on Twitter saying they have a source. I think those types of people are just throwing shit on the wall, see if it sticks, and then maybe this will be their big break into Yankees Twitter. But actually, respected people said They don't believe that the Yankees have actually offered, or I think John Heyman actually said the Yankees definitely have not offered Frazier or Sheffield in the deal, nor should they. I know, again, everybody's going to be like, well, the Yankees got Gleyber Torres for Chapman. That's great. They don't have, that doesn't mean they have to turn around and trade their top chips to get a rental. And again, one that they don't need. So again, like I said, thank you for watching. This has been episode 5 of Ask NYYST. I'm going to try to figure out a way to go live on Twitter. Maybe when I come back from vacation. See what happens with that. Because like I said, I think we can reach a much larger audience if we do it on Twitter. But I also like having this archived on YouTube for anybody to go back and watch at any given time. So follow me on Twitter at Christian_NYYST. Follow the main account on Twitter also, obviously, Dirt at NYY Sports Talk. Again, apologies for not having a new episode of the pod coming out tomorrow. Um, I'm here. That's not a knock on Chris. He's got some family uh, responsibilities that he needs to tend to. And, you know, guy's a father, he's a husband. You know, real life is more important than this, so, you know, the pod's got to wait till Sunday. So, thank you for watching episode 5 of Ask NYYST, and we'll be back after the All-Star break. Maybe I'll be back from vacation Friday, so maybe Saturday, that following Saturday, a week from this Saturday, we'll do it. If not, you know, we'll see what happens. I hate giving plans because we gave plans in the last episode saying we were recording tonight, and then stuff happens and we couldn't do it. So there will definitely be no new episode, okay, this coming week because I'm going to be away. So we're gonna do the pod Saturday night so you can hear it Sunday morning because I'm leaving Sunday. So we'll do that, and then we'll just take a break from the video format until I get back from vacation and get settled. We'll see what's going on. So as always, follow me on Twitter at Christian_NYYST to keep you up to date on everything. And we'll see you in the next episode.